Everybody, here looking at our Dell Inspiron 1525 laptop. This is mine, and let's take a quick guess. You see, when we're looking at the setup utility, can you guess what happened to this laptop last week? Or earlier this week, actually. Take a quick moment to guess. Okay. Let's take a quick look here. You notice the hard drive's pulled out. I mean, something's got to be going on. Say, oh, did your hard drive fail? It did, but there's more to the story than just that. Take a quick look here at the keyboard, the screen, all that good stuff. Would you happen to know what happened to this laptop earlier this week? Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and tell you. Well, this laptop had a brush with death earlier this week. It was a Tuesday afternoon, I think. Yeah, Tuesday evening. Heading out of work. I went and got something to eat, and I decided to get ready to head on out. And I had this thing, my laptop bag as always, on my shoulder, going to the parking deck, getting ready to get my keys and everything. So I said, okay, I set this thing down to my rear tire, next to my rear tire, like I always do, and grab my keys. All it took was my mind to get caught on something else. Get in my vehicle, start it, back out of the parking space, and as soon as I put it in drive and started to take off, I noticed I ran over a little something. Yeah, it felt like a speed bump. Next thing I knew, that laptop bag was not in the back seat. And I was like, oh no. I get out. The laptop bag's laying on the ground there in the parking deck. So I grab it, immediately pull this laptop out, and start it up. And to your amazement, it starts and runs. Oh yeah, by the way, the screen was also destroyed as well. That's the replacement screen you see there. I just got finished putting it in. Here's the original. Oh, it completely obliterated it. You can see, if we get all these thumbprints out there, it'd be helpful. You can see the damage. This laptop, apparently the tire of the vehicle ran over the uppermost quadrant of this laptop. The uppermost corner. As you can see, this LCD got completely obliterated right in this area. You can see all the cracks. But this thing managed to start right up just fine. It couldn't boot into Windows because the hard drive was screwed. But it did start up. You could see the animation on the keyboard. It responded to numlock and things like that. The motherboard survived. So did the CD drive. That's working fine. Look at all the USB ports here on the side. This here, everything's fine. Let's look at the other side that actually got hit. Hard drive's pulling out right now. But HDMI port's fine. Mini firmware port's fine. Phone and Ethernet's okay. VGA's fine. What I see, I don't see any issues with the VGA. I was able to plug in a monitor into it the other day. You see the USBs are fine, and so is the AC jack. Power jack, rather. AC doesn't go into this thing directly. And if you look at the keyboard, not a single key is damaged, broken or anything like that. Same goes for the palm rest. Now this area here is the area that got hit. Obviously the motherboard is not in this area. Had the tire hit probably in the center, I'd say there's a possibility it would have destroyed the laptop. But I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. I guess it's running on battery. Which, yeah, the battery's fine. If you look at this, look at the cover, you can't even tell. Not a single crack, not a single indentation, nothing. Let me flip it over. Look at the bottom. Not a single issue whatsoever. Now, as I mentioned again, the hard drive is pulled out. Guys, we're talking about, you know, something that weighs, you know, what, a couple of tons? Okay, what I drive is a 1996 Jeep Grand Cherokee 5.2 Limited. It's a unibody, so it's not the heaviest vehicle out there, but it's still heavy. I think the front right tire is what ran over this thing. And just to put in perspective how much pressure was put on this laptop, take a look at this hard drive, which is completely done. You see that, guys? It is warped. Seriously, the drive is bent from one end to the other. It is completely bent. To my amazement, this whole entire laptop, you know, this plastic laptop didn't get destroyed, but it put so much pressure on top of it, and it did this to the hard drive. Yes. That Seagate Momentus XT 500 gig that I spent probably $60 on back in 2012 got destroyed. It's a solid state hybrid drive. And you can see again the warp in it. I know something was odd when I pulled this thing out. It felt kind of tight in there. You can kind of see it didn't damage. It's just a tad, just a hair bit. Not too big of a deal though. I think once they pull this out, it should be fine. Because what I'm doing is I'm going to buy a solid state drive for this thing. Probably a 256 gigabyte, or yeah, something like that. Maybe a 256 gigabyte would be perfect for my needs. And this thing will get a nice upgrade from that. The screen cost me roughly $30, including shipping off of eBay. It was a used pull. So, it didn't cost me a whole lot to fix this thing. And that's obviously a good sign. Now, see, the thing is, I had 3 other displays that are the same size. You know, 3 other LCDs that have CCFL backlights in them. But those displays, although they fit inside this laptop just fine, they did not light up very brightly. Obviously, the CCFLs probably weren't compatible with the inverter that comes on this Dell. That's likely the issue, but you know, in regards to that, so I just went on eBay and I found this screen for, it was $20 or something, and plus my expedited shipping the gear a little quicker, so $30 total. And a 256 gigabyte solid state drive